if Wunmi had thought about this earlier, if she knew the consequences that will follow her actions, maybe she would not have tried what she did. Well, people have risen up, and this time around, they have decided to go spiritual. You're about to see some unbelievable incantations. You're about to see and hear. Yes, you're about to hear and you're about to see some manifestation. So Wunmi and a group of Achana, a group of wickedness, a group of Ashana, they all gathered together, hoping that they were going to, it has come to the end of the journey. So they are pressing and pushing for whatever it is they feel if they get the public angry. I mean, those that are for justice for Mohbad. Maybe someone will take a certain action, physical action, and then one will try to escape. No. Rather, people decided to go spiritual. Decided to go all the way. Decided to go deep. And you were about to hear, this is what I call back to descender, back to back. They went at each other, all of them, incantations here and there against each other, hoping to see who will fall. That's to let you see where the justice for Mohbad thing is heading towards. It shows the kind of people that we have. If I say this woman, she belongs to a coven, you will say, oh, maybe because of hatred for a widow. I'm sure that majority of you have seen you've seen some of the drama displayed by Wunmi. There was a time Wunmi came to Mohbad's father. I mean, not physically, but on phone. She quickly tried to kind of get the man angry in the hope that the man will say something. And once the man says whatever it is, one would have jumped on that. But thank God for the wisdom and knowledge that this man applied. He did not fall at all. He didn't fall for the trick. He didn't fall for the trap of Wunmi. We are talking about serious incantations here. We are talking about curses here. We are talking about, well, I think it will be better for you to experience it yourself. It might be a little hot and rowdy, but then you will get what I'm trying to say. Still on Justice for Mohbad, do not forget to like, share, tap on the subscribe button, please. Do not forget to tap on that. Turn on the notification bell. Returning subscribers and those that have been here, I say very big thank you to you. And to those that have tapped on the thanks button, the one with the love icon, may God bless you. Yes, the one with the love icon, $sign in the middle of it. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God, replenish your pockets. If you also want to be a part of this, you like what we are doing, you are for Justice for Mohbad, you can as well tap on the same button. Still on Justice for Mohbad, like I've said before, justice for one is justice for all.
olórí bísí wà ní ọpẹ tó máa ń yọ sí káàkiri owó ọkọ yóò ní káyé ní olórí burúkú obìnrin àròbò jẹ iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ yóò yá lójú olórí burúkú obìnrin ọmọ ọlọ́sọ ọmọ àkọ́kọ́ wa balẹ̀ jáde lórí ọkùnrin ó ní jẹ́rìí ọmọ wa fojú sunkún gbogbo ọsọ rẹ̀ jáde ni oṣù ọkùnrin oṣù obìnrin ni àwọn ọmọ màmá pa ẹlẹ́kùnrin ò ní rájọ̀ lára ọmọ ó ní rájọ̀ lára ọmọ ọmọ tó bá rí tó bá tí ìdí ìdájọ́ ní ìfọ́nù ẹ̀ ó ní sórí
àwọn ẹ̀ máa ṣe sí ayé ẹ̀ máa ṣe fún ẹ̀ ní jóni ẹ̀ ní sórí ibi àgbákò lẹ̀ máa ṣe olórí ibùkún wa sọ̀rọ̀ kan wá mú mi. olórí ibùkún wa sọ̀rọ̀ kan wá mú mi olóṣì owó ìfẹ́sọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ti ní lẹ́yìn tí mo fọmọ lókè ló ti dáná ó ní jẹ́rìí ó ní jẹ́rìí ọlọ́run ṣe wá ní ọ̀rọ̀ máa gbẹ náà
sórí tó bá rí ọ̀rọ̀ látẹ̀lí ló máa gbòdì lálẹ́ tó bá rí ọ̀rọ̀ wẹ̀ ó máa gbòdì lálẹ́ gbogbo tó bá fomi ṣe kò ní jẹ́ fún ẹ mọ́ gbogbo tó bá fomi ṣe kò ní jẹ́ fún ẹ omi máa gbòdì tẹ̀lé wá sí ó máa gbóná mẹ́ lára tó bá wọ́n máa gbòdì lálẹ́ wọ́n rú ẹ̀ dìgbàdìgbà lọ́tọ̀ síbí.
wàá ṣorí burúkú ni wàá ṣorí burúkú wàá ṣòfò ayé òfò ayé múmúmú omi ìyá ló máa padà ṣekú pẹ́ omi ìyá ló máa padà ṣekú pẹ́ olórí burúkú àdánwò onímúkọ́ lọ̀bọ̀ onímúkọ́ lọ̀bọ̀
wo adìyẹ ìbílẹ̀ ní fọ́ẹ̀dì Wùmí ó adìyẹ yẹn fọ́ jáde adìyẹ ìbílẹ̀ ó fẹ́ jáde ó fẹ́ jáde adìyẹ ìbílẹ̀ ó fẹ́ jáde.
ẹ ti ṣòfò ayé ẹ ní jèrè
adìyẹ ìbílẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀
ìyá
ẹ̀ máa ṣòfò ayé ìyá ẹ̀ máa ṣòfò ayé ìyá ẹ̀ máa rárí ayé agbára ló máa mú ìyá ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ayé ló máa gbà ayé ìyá ò ní rí nínú ayé ìbàdàn ló máa gbẹ̀yìn ayé ìyá ẹ̀ gbogbo ọmọ tó sáré ìyá ìyá ni ìyá ẹ̀ máa gbé sílẹ̀ kò ní sóríire ìyá ò ní rán wọn sí ìwọ náà ní ọmọ kò ní sí oríire
àwọn ọmọ ẹ ló lè pè ní àwọn ọmọ ẹ ló lè pè ó ní jẹ́
pé tó ń jáde lórí nìkan òótọ́ ni gbogbo ìmọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ àgbàgbé pé tó ń jáde lórí nìkan òótọ́ ni fẹ́.
Wùmí ló pa Mohbad Wùmí ló pa ẹgbẹ́ tó ṣẹ̀yìn àwọn ọmọ mi.
Àdàbí tó máa ń ṣe Wùmí ló pa Mohbad ní àṣẹ́tì bọ́ pé pé Wùmí náwó nínú kú Mohbad àní àṣẹ́lẹ̀ yà rẹ̀ ti rọ̀ mọ́. Gbogbo tó bá di àjọ tó ń dùn nínú ti kú ìjẹ́mẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Gbogbo tó bá dá Mohbad ti ìbẹ̀nu tó ti kú ìjẹ́mẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n lọ sọ fọ́tò yàtọ̀ ìbànújẹ́ àṣẹ fún ọjọ́ ìbálò tí wọ́n kọ́ oṣù márùn-ún yá. Ó ti pọ̀ fún ìwọ̀jà. Gbogbo tó bá ní kó bá ti ní ìwà máa nẹ́tẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Gbogbo tó bá wàá ti ní ìwà máa lọ sí gbogbo tó bá débẹ̀ wàá máa sùn wọ́n máa ráyè ní gbogbo tó bá yẹ ká ti ṣẹ́ lórí tó yẹ ká ti ṣẹ́ láàrin ìbọn ní ló máa máa pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo tó bá yẹ kó ti láàrin ó yẹ kó ló máa máa pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó máa ṣòfò ní. Wùmí sí ti àṣànà Wùmí sí ti àṣànà aṣáájú ìjọba sẹ́fúnù aṣáájú àpọ̀kọ̀jáyé àpọ̀kọ̀yé olùdókòrí
olùmípẹ́ mi rí píṣọ ẹ̀ ṣòkìrì ṣòkìrì láàpù ẹ̀yọ̀ kan ni kí ni ṣe rí píṣọ ẹ̀ náà wò ó máa ṣòkìrì fẹ́.
gbọ́dọ̀ ló máa kọ Wùmí sísè Adébánjọ ọmọ Justina Oyèsànyà ikú ló máa pa yín ọmọ Jùmọ̀kẹ́ ọmọ Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ Oyèsànyà Wùmí sísè Adébánjọ ogun ló máa pa yín ogun ló máa pa yín ogun ló máa pa yín ìṣàgùn ọ̀gá àgbẹ̀ nítorí ọ̀gá àgbẹ̀ nítorí ọ̀gá àgbẹ̀ uga nene gbikiyaye 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 uga dewu uga dewu uga dewu uga dewu ìṣàgùn ọ̀gá àgbẹ̀ 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 avanukoga avanukoga tiwọwọ avanukoga tiyawọ avanukoga wẹ Wùmí sísè Adébánjọ Wùmí sísè Adébánjọ avanukoga wẹ ìṣàgùnọgà wẹ uga wuyada uga wuyada uga wuyada uga wuyada ugudoyoga wẹ nínú ya gbé Mohbad uga wulẹlẹ uga wulẹlẹ ikú gbọnọdọ máa pa yín uga wù nínú ya gbé Mohbad wa oyún ya wulẹlẹ agagwe pai ibaboga fi okunlele we agagwe pai Wùmí sísè uga wutori uguno gbikadi ọ̀gá gwe Wùmí sísè Adébánjọ uguno gbikadi ọ̀gá gwe uga fiyan uga hirere erere àpòrú ẹ̀rí dínà jẹ́ uga tuwu uga tuwu uga tuwu uga tuwu uga tuwu uga tuwu Wùmí sísè uga tuwu Wùmí sísè Adébánjọ ọmọ Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ Oyèsànyà uga tuwu uga tuwu uga tuwu ikú gbọ́dọ̀
wàá ṣe ẹ̀sìn ayé wa tún lọ ṣẹ̀ sí ọ̀run bí màmá ò ní jèrè ò ní Wunmi sit ya. Wunmi sit ya. Uga ọmọ Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ Oyèsọ̀yà èmi kiri ní olóbó ìwà sí olóbó ìwà fà ní olóbó ìwà ta ọ̀gá
social media ní bọ̀ ìwọ yóò ti ṣòfò lálẹ́ ìṣẹ́ gbé báírò tó wà nù. Please let me look for my pen.
Wunmi Sitade ba buga le bikin e. Buga le bikin e. 2025 buga le bikin e. Buga le bikin e. Buga le bikin e. Ogbe Mohbad
Oni da fún ẹ oni ṣe
o ní jèrè sórí tó bá ṣe nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe orí báwo ló máa ṣe wà á sọ́kù bóyá ló mọ̀ ó sì máa kò sí mọ̀ àbò ṣe àbò fẹ́ máa fi ẹ ṣàkàrà ó wọ́n ní gbogbo tó ń ṣe máa fi ẹ lákàlà.
Wọ́n á nílẹ̀ bikin e. Wọ́n á nílẹ̀ bikin e. Wọ́n á nílẹ̀ bikin e.
tó bá ti fi mi lákàlà ayé ẹ̀ máa fojú fún ẹ.
tó ti gbọ́ olórí burúkú olóṣì aláyébàjẹ́ ẹ̀yin yóò ṣe.
Wọ́n á nílẹ̀ bikin e.
Ìyá òkè.
Where my alligator pepper? I get alligator pepper.
Alligator pepper ẹ̀rọ mi lẹ́tà ayé yín ká ẹ̀rọ yẹn lọ́kọ̀ ẹ̀ mọ́ gbà kí ẹ̀rọ mi
alligator pepper.
Yes. Ọ̀rọ̀ mélòó mo ti sọ tó ti lé ní ọ̀gbìn olórí burúkú.
Wunmi
mọ́mí ẹ má dá lóhùn jàre ogun wèrè wọlé lẹ́yìn oògùn wo ló ní ẹlọ́ọ̀gá bá ti sẹ́ńdà ó ní Michael bá ti sẹ́ńdà àwa ní kílẹ̀ olóṣù kílẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe ẹ̀dá wẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà ìrìn ló ń jàre ẹ má sọ fún wèrè olóògùn ní ojú oríire olóògùn ní ojú èèyàn ẹ ní wọ́n ṣe rí jà ẹ ní wọ́n rí àdàràdà ẹ ní wọ́n ṣe rí ẹ ní wọ́n ṣe ṣe fún ọ̀nà mélòó láti ìsàkóso pọ̀ yóò Jerry wine náà ni Jerry wine náà ni wọ́n. Jerry wine náà ni. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo tí tó fẹ́ pa ẹ jẹ́ ká wo lọ́dún tó pa nígbà tí wọ́n kọ́ kùdé tó. Tó tẹ̀ ní wa aláṣọ yẹn mo ní píkọ̀ tiẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ wà very easy. Ó yà wèrè tó bá ń lọ ìyàwó òfò olórí tó fún rárá mi ó bí ẹja tó bá gbẹ́gẹ̀ sí ó bá kọ́ lápá mo ní píṣọ̀ ya tí ó yẹ láìkí fún ọmọ tó ṣe ọmọ líle wá ṣeré.
Enter for Mohbad's house. He enter for Mohbad's house. He come meet Wunmi for bed. Na so Wunmi enter bed. He come open her. He open her for Baba Liya.
Èyí máa ń ṣògùn tí ní lódì ni. Ẹ máa ń ṣe ní kó jẹ́
Na one boy enter for Mohbad's house. he begin to sleep with Wunmi. He knack money, he give Wunmi. He can't give Wunmi belle. The man they do kelewa. You see they do kelewa. Oh, small time Wunmi talk get belle. He got us say na Mohbad, na give belle. Wunmi come by Mohbad, let us say Wunmi come do DNA. Wunmi come there for DNA. When they run for DNA, Wunmi akpoko jaye, they do kelewa for different hotel, kelewa for different hotel, kelewa Wunmi Cynthia, Adebanjo Aja, AK Obo come and do anybody gbogbo ìyàwó wọn gbogbo ìyàwó wọn gbogbo ìyàwó wọn gbogbo ìyàwó wọn
Adogonogo everybody can to this it. Èmi ò fi irú Wunmi tọrọ láyà ọmọ o àṣàna ọmọ lóyún tọkọ mẹ́rin lóyún ó ti tú dànù àpọ̀kọ̀jà ẹrù Wunmi.
Well, like I said at the beginning, if one had seen, or let's say dreamt, and in her dreams she saw what would become of her, she would have been careful, fearful, and maybe not even involve herself. She will even break up from Mohbad and cut off all. The same one we have been told sat down, finished a whole chicken. I don't know if the chicken was not boiled. It's part of the rituals. She has to consume a whole chicken that has not been cooked with the whole, everything, just to tie a man down, just to be able to control a man. Imagine a man who does every other thing but does not have his own bank account. Is he afraid? Is he into fraud? Was Mohbad into fraud? No. So why is Mohbad afraid of having a bank account? Can we say that Mohbad in his lifetime, apart from an assumed amount of money that people believe that his record label owe him, don't forget it's a contract. You're like an apprentice. You're like a worker in a company when you sign a contract with a record label. That record label is going to promote you. They are going to do all of this. So it is not as if Mohbad is worth $500,000 naira at the beginning. When he joined, then he started making money for the record label, percentage here and there. He was living in that house, back and forth. His music pushed, making money. Then slowly, Mohbad can be like, okay, I think I've made some money within the space of a year for this, my record label. But it's not as if he had made so much. After all, you and I know we've never heard about Mohbad or his music. Maybe few people in his circle. It was his demise that brought about popularity and fame. So we can't say Mohbad had a lot of money then. The shows that Mohbad was going to, here and there, few places, that it wasn't as if a lot was coming in. Even if money was coming in, it goes to the record label boss, Naira Marley, after deducting whatever it is that needs to be deducted. So Mohbad wasn't really, it was later when Mohbad started doing his own solo thing. That was when he started like trying to raise money, put music on streaming platform and here and there. And it was, taken to the UK, some couple of pounds paid to him. We don't know the bargain or whatever it is. Here and there. Then he started, pushing. When he, in quotes, allegedly got that house, they said, oh, the house belongs to him. No, the house does not belong to him. Prime Boy said that house, he bought it, and the receipt, stories here and there. Oh, what about the documents of the house? Okay, who sold the house to Mohbad? Oh, there is this guy called this. He showed, the guy has not come out to say, yes, it is true. He bought the house and he showed me the receipt and the document. Stories surrounding this. So the question, what I'm trying to emphasize upon in this matter is this: how rich could Mohbad be? If not that Wunmi had already gone to look at the future. She had gone to consult. How rich can Mohbad be? And whilst she was consulting the future, Probably she was told, look, this guy will become more famous and rich when he's no longer alive. Or are we going to go with the part of the Sam Larry sending Wunmi to do the execution? Well, the thing is this. They've had fights. People looked at the forehead of Wunmi when she went to throw the juju inside of Mohbad's coffin. I'm sure you saw the video. Someone was pointing to the head of Wunmi, saying, look at the head of Wunmi's head. Look at the big chicken. We are talking about injuries on the head of Wunmi. The forehead of Wunmi had some it was swollen. There were certain balls on. Where did that come from? It came from fight. Either you hit your head trying, or a man hit your head with a punch. That's where those my God. And we are still here on Justice for Mohbad. There was a fight visible on Wunmi's face. On Wunmi's face, it shows that there was punches to her head, or she used her own head to hit the wall whilst trying to fight Mohbad. I think we all should go with the part of war. Possibly, it's a terrible situation. It's a serious issue. So they did what they did. We heard it all. They did what they did. They went to bribe. That's what we heard. That the first bribe was bottles of alcohol that cost 90,000 naira and 120,000 naira. First, to give the police that will write the story. That's not to bribe that section of the Nigerian police or the group of the police that were supposed to handle this case. No, that one is just like, let us just water your palate. Let's water your mouth. Don't worry, let's just put drops of water there so that you will know that there is more coming. The police that wrote the so-called statement of war that was read to us as police report after investigation, the 16-man special team of police that did nothing. I've told you times with that number that it's not because Wunmi is intelligent, neither is it because she is connected to anyone in government or even the police. Wunmi's mother, being part of that corrupt police force, pressed her button, contacted who she needed to contact. If it requires Wunmi to deliver her own body as a dead sacrifice to the police to make sure that whatever it is that she wants is put on paper. So they read it out, but somehow things are beginning to take a different dimension and turn, you know. They are not talking of Prime Boy anymore. They realize that Prime Boy sort of found a way to keep pressing, citing lack of evidence as his defense, challenging the Nigerian police to bring evidence of the profusely, bring your evidence. Now they have jumped on the man that the police had tagged accomplice upon for him to have given number of what we all know all over Nigeria as a practice. Unqualified persons tagging themselves as auxiliary nurse. It's not as if it's a secret thing. Auxiliary nurse that are not licensed. As I'm speaking, there are people who are calling their auxiliary nurse, come and give me injection. It's like I have fever, I have malaria. And she will apply typhoid and malaria treatment to you in case it is typhoid, in case it is malaria, everything in your body. And you were wondering, but in the case of Mohbad, it wasn't fever from, they said it was a injury wound. And according to autopsy, it's just a small wound. So that small wound, is it that it got infected? If not, If that's not what it is. So what did that nurse administer? They found one thing or the other and it is inconclusive. They can't say this is this is that. Inconclusive. So now that Prime Boy is inconclusive, they have shifted to spending. The guy that gave a nurse, gave the number to Wunmi. So if spending is going to be held responsible with that nurse, because that's what it is, he's crying out. If that is what it is, then Wunmi, a grown-up woman, adult, that took the number of a nurse that is not qualified, that did not deem it fit to take Mohbad to the hospital or call parents of Mohbad, at least call the father. We know that stories of probably she had called Mohbad's mother, the stories surrounding that, you know, that she knows. What about Wunmi, so-called legal wife of Mohbad, that took the number of a nurse, auxiliary nurse, and agreed and accepted? I know they are going to change that part of it. Like, no, it was Mohbad that saw the nurse and accepted. It was Mohbad that called for a nurse. Because that's what this is channeling into. They are trying to drive that story to go in. They've thought about it. Like, look, the only way to remove yourself, don't say you are the one that took number. You didn't take number. But one thing that cannot be taken away, erased from social media, is this. Wunmi is the one that opened the door for the nurse to come in. That CCTV is out there. Do you guys think they don't have CCTV of what happened? They do. They have the other clips. They do. But they have already thought about it. What should we do? Let us release only the part of the nurse coming in, because all of this must hang on the nurse and it was convenient for them. Then the next thing they did is, let us put out Wanted on Prime Boy. Once we put that out there, we have sealed it. They never knew the reaction of the public. They never knew. They thought the public will applaud and be happy. Then we use Gistlover to push. Then Iyabo Ojo will score, destroy Naira Marley. None of those things worked. Dynamics of our society. Complexity. None of it worked. That's why they are all rattled up. Well, you saw the release of a bombshell on Wunmi as she and a group of Ashanas. They are also fighting back, challenging, saying, oh, nothing is going to happen. You guys cannot bring me down. You cannot do this. I am strong too. I am powerful too. I have my own too. These are a group of wicked ladies. They are all over the place. They're all over the place. In fact, some relationships are broken because these guys are finding out the position of their girlfriend or spouse. Friends have broken their friendship because of this Mohbad thing. People are able to see what they've not seen before. Well, I don't know where you stand on this one. Drop your comments. See you in the next update.